Hey there guys, welcome back to, I know it's been such a long time. You can see I've even grown out a little bit here. Sorry for the delay, had a bit of a rough spell, got a little under the weather. You can hear my voice, still recuperating, but I'm almost there. So thanks for being patient and welcome to a late night chat with Lonnie. Tonight I want to talk about two movies in particular that I've gone and seen. Sinister and Paranormal Activity 4. Now, I actually just, as a matter of fact, got finished watching the Spoony one himself review these two films, and I feel, excuse me, that I would like to talk about some of his things, talk about a little bit of my things, what I agree with, what I disagree with, what I like and what I didn't like. So, I think first of all, I'll go ahead and talk about Sinister. He was not very happy with this movie. He didn't like a lot of the premise and all that stuff. Me, I enjoyed it. Thought it was a really good film. I really enjoyed the scares. I enjoyed the story. The characters, like Spoony, I agree with him. They were not likable at all. They are very, very poorly done. But just the terror of the Super 8 film that you watch and seeing all the different ways that the people were murdered and trying to put together how it happened. It's not difficult, but even still, it's interesting and it's intriguing and it draws you in. It pulls you into the story. So it's very good. I like the way, yeah, the jump scares sucked and the clashing of the strings of the orchestra, yeah, it got old, I guess. But all in all, not terribly bad. I don't know what else I can really say about it. The ending was creepy. I saw it with a buddy of mine, and that ending absolutely tore him to shreds. Like, he was legitimately scared, and I don't know what it is. I guess it really got to him on a psychological level. It didn't affect me very much. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good piece of work. I would highly recommend it. Definitely see it for the Halloween season and holiday season. So, check it out. Paranormal Activity 4, on the other hand, you know, I'm a fan of the first three. 1, of course, was great. 2 was great. 3 was good. 4 sucked. 4 is really bad, guys. It's not scary. It's hard to get invested. It seems like it's just too fast. You know, in Sinister, things kind of are paced out, and you get time to kind of get acclimated to what, you know, is going to happen. This, it just keeps bam, bam, bam. You know, it keeps jump cutting for no real reason. You know, like, they'll be having a kid, you know, the kid right over here, and then out of nowhere, bam, he's right here at the camera, and you're just like, whoa, okay, there was no need for that. That's an unnecessary attempt at scaring me. And you know, they have the cat scare and a bunch of other stuff. There is one legitimate good scare, and that is when the knife, there's a knife that gets pulled into the air and then you don't see it. You expect it to fall back immediately, but it doesn't. They hold off on it and wait, and when the payoff comes, it's really good because you were waiting for it and it got you. So it was good. But, excuse me, gotta calm down here a little bit. The thing of it is like, the girl, Alex, she's the only one who's really catching all this stuff and seeing everything going on. The parents are idiots. The mom is entirely oblivious. She has no idea that any of this stuff is going on. She never once has to deal with it. You know, in the previous movies, like in 1, both the guy and the girl experienced it. And then in the second one, the mom and the dog and the kid, and then the dad finally gets it. You know, he understands in the end. In the third one, you know, what is it? The grandma is in on it because she wants the occult thing to happen, and the kids all kind of start, you know, stuff starts happening to them. This one, the mom never gets phased. Not once does anything happen. Other than when she's chopping the knife, it disappears. That's it. And she never questions anything. She never says what happened to the knife. She never thinks about any of it. And then out of nowhere, you know, she, oh, and then there's a book. I'm sorry. There's a book that happens to fall, and she sees it, and she's like, oh. So she goes over, picks the book up, puts it back, and then as she's backing up, you just hear, and she stops. She hits something, but you don't see anything, and then it breathes on her, and then she's just like, and it just fucking chucks her ass across the fucking room and kills her. And that's it. That was the most she had of an experience with this thing. The dad, on the other hand, he never really comes in contact with it either, except for when the knife comes hurtling back down and gets stuck in the side of the counter. He knows now, hey, something ain't right. That knife just came out of nowhere. But never questions it, never asks the daughter anything, never... The grown-ups never realize that these cameras are all fucking set up in the laptop, and they're so open all fucking day, all night, and the girl never rushes and says, hey, you gotta look at this footage I found, and this footage that I got off of the cameras that I put around the house. She never wanted... That's the one thing I've never liked about the movies, is, other than one, you know, where of course they go back and keep constantly looking at the film, and looking at the film, and looking at the film. In two, they set it up as a security system. Okay, so they're maybe not supposed to watch it. Maybe a security company is going to. I don't know. I mean, I guess they had a setup where they could, but they never checked up on it. So, I mean, like the kid does, but the grown-ups never really do, and that kind of freaked me out. But this one, nobody checks. Like, once the little boy that Katie had for some fucking reason, once he leaves their house, that's it. I mean, they never once really look back into what is going on in our house. And then this new family and four that you're experienced to, you know, the mom, the dad, they're fucking morons. The girl is really creeped out by what's been going on. And then there's the boy. His name is, I think, Wyatt. But it turns out that he's actually Hunter from Paranormal 2. And the kid that you've been seeing with the blonde hair, who is with Katie, is just a kid. So, Spoonie made a good point in just wondering, because they say, you know, this Hunter, the Wyatt kid, is adopted. And Spoonie says, you know, well, why was he put up for adoption, and why was he adopted? That wasn't my question, though. My question was, how the fuck did she lose him? Right? Like, we clear as day see her in Paranormal 2 take the kid. She fucking uppercuts her sister into the fucking ceiling, takes the kid, and leaves, and then they say they were never found. So how the hell did she lose him? How did he fucking get away from her? That didn't make sense to me. I can't, for the life of me, understand why the fuck they didn't see that plot hole at all. Who is this blonde-haired kid? Where did he come from? How did she get him? I don't know. Where did the other kid come from? Who is he? Why is he so creepy? Why they never question it ever. And then once he gets taken, once he gets or no, he doesn't get taken. Once he gets sent back home, you never see the kid again. I'm trying to remember it. No. You see Katie now. The kid has just fucking disappeared. Was he the demon? Was he possessed by the demon? No, because you see the demon in, like, the Kinect, the Microsoft Xbox Kinect, you know, splatter of green stuff in the infrared camera. You see the demon walking around while he's sitting on the couch. So no, he's not the demon, and he's not possessed by it. So who is he? Who is this kid? I know I'm kind of rambling on this and repeating myself now, but jeez, that really pissed me off. This movie was bad. Very poorly done. They didn't think anything about plot holes. Sinister, sure, it's got some real weird plot holes, I mean, I guess. Why is it that each family had to live in the previous owner's house of the murders that occurred? You know, I get that houses are for sale, but the fact that a murder occurred there is usually going to make it tough for people to fucking sell. Maybe that's why the the murders took so long between each other. One went all the way back to the 60s, and then I think they went up to like the 80s or some shit. I don't know. It's hard to say. Excuse me, I know my voice is terrible. It's hard to say. I really can't explain it. But, damn it. Stupid thing. Sorry, I got a timer going just to make sure I don't overdo it tonight. But, yeah, Sinister was a really good movie. The ending was a really good payoff, I felt. Paranormal 4 was a really bad movie, and yet still had a good ending. I enjoyed the ending of Paranormal 4. That was really what kind of scared me, you know? When the girl goes into the house next door that is vacant, nobody's supposed to be there. She's, her dad has gone trying to find where Hunter's been taken off to, and she gets in there with her camera, her phone camera, and she's looking, and she sees her dad get pulled off and just thrown away. And so she follows him, gets pulled into a room, and then she turns around, she's getting ready to leave, and out comes Katie. And Katie bolts. She just immediately takes off running at her, and when she gets closer, the light hits her, and you see the demon face, the dark eyes, and the and she goes, slams the door, and she busts through the door fucking Shining style, and bam, and you see her face again trying to get her. I was like, holy shit, that legitimately scared the shit out of me. That got me really good. And Alex like busts open a window or something. She gets out of the house, falls out, and she's getting ready to go, and she turns again. And now it's still scary, but it's kind of weird where all these fucking people came from, because out of nowhere, like thousands of fucking women, I guess the occult leaders, more demons, witches, I don't know who they are. They come out of nowhere, and they just see her, and they just come up, start walking. She flips around again, there's the demon, knocks her down, and of course, we assume kills Alex. End of the movie. That ending was really scary, and that was the only good part of the film. That was it. That was it. I mean, good gosh. We went through 3 films. We went through a legitimately scary film in the first one, to a prequel, yeah, basically a prequel of the movie, which was still really good, then a prequel to the first 2 movies, years back, to now finally we get to a movie that, okay, we're gonna get the answers now of the end, and it doesn't answer anything. So are they going to set up a 5th one? I hope not. I think by then they really are going to start beating this fucking franchise into the ground. And they've lost... I think they've lost it. They didn't even do the classic, everything fucking disappears in a room and then crashes. They didn't do that. The only really paranormal stuff was Alex home one day, supposed to be home alone, and a ball comes bouncing down the stairs, and she goes upstairs trying to see who's home, and then when she walks back out on the floor, there's just a line of toys leading to the room where they set up the room for the demon, because that's where he's sleeping in. So, okay, I mean, creepy. And I get what they were doing. They had to start it slow because it's a new family, and it seems like it's the same formula for each movie, you know. It's a tired formula. So if they do a fifth one, what are they going to do? The same thing? We got to wait, you know, 16 days for something really good to start happening, or supposedly something good to start happening? I don't know. So Paranormal 4, extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointing. Not worth it. Sinister, on the other hand, it's worth a look. It is scary. It's really creepy. Kids are one of the creepiest things to me, you know, because they're not supposed to be that. You're not supposed to be evil. And this movie completely makes, you know, once they get possessed, they don't care, you know. Now, it's not to say the movie doesn't have its flaws, because obviously it does. And there's one scene in the end that's, at least the audience I was with, and myself included, we died laughing when a kid, because the kids, you know, it's shown, again, this is a spoiler, sorry, but the kid, they come up, it's revealed that they're the ones killing their parents and their family and everything, and then they're disappearing because they're getting eaten, I guess. So, it shows them, and then this one kid who pulls his family into a pool, like they all get pulled in, then he comes running into the frame and sits, puts his feet in the water, and he looks back, and then jumps in and disappears. That was one of the funniest damn things ever. We just busted out laughing because that was really bad. They should have shot that one again and made it a little more scary. That was way too funny and way too not invested in what was actually going on. But Sinister, with all the movie, I mean, basically the films are the scariest part. The acting is pretty good, but they don't explain too much. They want you to think that it's the little boy that's going to happen to, and again, it was the, you know, let's draw your attention over here with, oh, he has night terrors. Well, they never explain the night terrors, and they never really go into any more analysis. They never question what happened, what were you dreaming, what were you seeing. They don't think anything of it. They're just like, oh, it's a phase. Yeah, he'll get over it because, you know, whatever, he's done this before. Well, fucking no. That's a terrible parenting. You know, that's not good at all. But they pull you to the kid, they pull you to the boy, because it's the girl that it ends up happening to, and she's the one that kills the family and all that stuff. Didn't work. I saw it coming a mile away. Anyway, those were two good movies. Well, sorry. Bad choice of words there. One good movie, one other that I thought was going to be good. But they're definitely worth seeing for the, you know, Halloween experience and stuff. Unfortunately, I wish both of them had been good. I wish Paranormal had been able to not top itself, but at least get that same level, at least close to what the first two and first and the second and the third one had. But this one just fell flat. It was not scary. The audience I was with, I mean, they also in part kind of made the film unbelievable because they just weren't, they wouldn't shut up, you know. Everybody was just talking and they kept laughing. Once the audience is gone, at least for me, if they're having fun with it, then I can't take it seriously. And yeah, everybody jumped at the end. Everybody, it was, I think, scared by the ending, but not worth your while. If you've seen the first three, you gotta invest your time, but you're gonna be disappointed too. Anyway, I know I went more on about Paranormal Activity 4 than Sinister. It's because I just saw Paranormal tonight, and Sinister was like last week. Sinister wasn't really anything too terribly special, but I did like it. If anything, go see it in the theaters. Paranormal Activity 4. If you want to see it in theaters, wait till it maybe hits like a $1 movie type thing if you have one. And if not, probably just wait till the DVD, you know, so you can rent it or something. Because it just, it's not really worth anything. I still want to go see Frankenweenie, Hotel Transylvania, and Paranorman. Those were three that I kind of want to check out. And also, the next late review, this was just a late review, is going to be coming up soon. I've finally got the movie in the mail that I want to do. I didn't have so much luck in bringing WWE and horror together in See No Evil, so we'll see if we can do any better in another love of mine with video games and horror, and see if they do any better. So stay tuned on that. Thank you for watching. This has been a late review with Lonnie Carrico. Remember, it's always better late than never.